So okay guys, I'm just gonna be recording this video in darkness because I can't be bothered putting I don't really know how to put a bloody picture on. I'll figure it out. I'm just getting back into recording videos. But since my last video about Russia and Ukraine, how Russia is ultimately winning and will win, and how Ukraine was always meant to lose, I've been inundated with like comments. And at first I started to answer them, you can see them, but I've just realized these people are most likely just AI because I've never had so many comments on my videos, like all rapidly, and by people who are against what I have to say. Like, I didn't even find me all of a sudden. And I think there's just bots out there that scour the algorithm and find the videos that are pro Russian and then just go comment on them, downvote them, whatever it is. So what I'll do is I'll make this video just to give you a outline of my position, which is that Russia will ultimately win because they have not just the most people, more people than Ukraine, not just the most production landmass, even with all the oil strikes Ukraine is doing. If you look at Russia, it's huge. Yes, they're hitting all productions on the outskirts and it's causing effects. Most likely, the effect has more to do with people just going out and buying more oil. I doubt Russia itself is out of oil, even though the refineries in some places have been hit. Russia's massive. Like, you're not gonna be able to destroy everything in Russia. You can damage Russia, you can hurt Russia, which is what Ukraine has done with the help of the West. Which is what I criticize Russia about, is that they didn't go hard enough soon enough. Like, you see them now attacking all trucks, like trucks that deliver food, trucks that deliver anything, because those trucks can also be used to deliver weapons. So now they're going after everything, all the trucks, all the trains, gas stations. There's probably a video out there that said that they should have been doing this. There shouldn't be a train left standing in Ukraine. There shouldn't be a truck left standing in Ukraine. There shouldn't be a gas station left there. And the next thing I think they should do is start targeting the command structure of Ukraine, irregardless of how many civilians are killed. So basically become a little bit like Israel, because unfortunately that's what you have to do. That's who you're up against. If you're up against, human trash like Israel and America, ultimately those tactics are going to be used against you. So you want to use those tactics while you have the upper hand and the advantage, because you know who your enemy is. You have to act accordingly. Nobody likes it. I don't want civilians getting killed, but once you know your enemy is capable of that, the best way to de-escalate the situation, the best way to actually save civilians, is by escalating and finishing the war quicker, by being more ruthless. And that's what Russia has been dragging its feet into doing. Maybe it's doing it because they're very religious and conservative. Maybe there's political issues. They still want to become part of the West. Maybe there's some personal things, going on underground. I'm not here to say what's going on. I'm not privy to, all the internal stuff, but I can see that a lot of people have died needlessly on Russia's side, and a lot of damage has been done to them. But again, ultimately, they're going to win. Now, what I'm going to do with the comments and stuff is... Oh, the other thing I want to say is I'm not, down with everything Russia does, down with everything Putin does, not just like practically, but also like morally. I think Russia should just ban the internet for its citizens. I'm not a conservative kind of morality leaning person in terms of like your personal freedoms. I'm a libertarian at heart. I want freedom for people. They can have sex with whoever they want. They can have whatever type of relationship they want. They should have whatever religion. If they want to worship Satan, they should. I think Russia's banning Satanism. Okay, like, same with Iran. Iran has a lot of restrictions that I don't like. Like, I wouldn't probably be able to live fully the way I want to in Iran as much as I would. In some ways, I probably could live more free in Iran. I haven't been there as well. I can't say for sure, but I don't like all these restrictions. I don't think the leadership is just these angels who have done no wrong. Um, but geopolitically, the big picture, what I'm doing is I'm putting aside my personal desires. My desire for some personal freedom, for the whole geopolitical picture, because I think ultimately deciding who wins geopolitically will eventually affect my personal freedoms as well. Because yes, there are more personal freedoms maybe in the West currently, but they're quickly going away. And we can see that it's not like the West was ever, you know, held, even America held personal freedoms to that high regard. It was just a practical thing that they used because that was the best way to have people, um, make the place prosperous and fight for you. But we can see now that's becoming a sort of once people are sort of rising up and thinking for themselves and things like that, and it's become a sinking return, like not getting as much out of it anymore. The governments have no issue to bring in laws against speech, right? Laws against protest, laws against what you can and can't do. So they have no issue in doing that, and they will do that. If you start going against Israel and speaking up against Israel, you're going to lose that freedom because that issue for them is so huge that they will disregard your personal freedoms for it. And there's going to be other issues that will come up where they will disregard your personal freedoms. So if they win geopolitically and have full control, even maybe full control of the world, then all our freedoms are going to be ultimately gone if you're a decent human being, right? So that's my view. Geopolitically, I support these countries, not because they are angels and do everything right and do nothing wrong, but they're just the best choice that we have. Just like in World War II, you had Hitler and Nazi Germany on one side, you had Stalin and Communist Russia on the other side. Stalin wasn't an angel, but we supported Stalin, the communist, to beat the Nazis. Fucking America in that picture, they seemed like the best guys, the best freedom-loving guys. They're the ones who actually ended up, taking the crazy scientists from Japan and Germany who were doing horrendous things to people and giving them jobs and basically becoming worse. Oh, maybe not as bad as Nazi Germany in terms of how many people they killed. Not talking about what they did to the Jews or anything, but just like in terms of how many people were killed in Russia and just how much damage and destruction they caused. But they're certainly getting there. Like America is really giving Nazi Germany a run for its money in terms of how much chaos it's created in the world in its own unique American way. So they are definitely the big bad currently in the world. And from now on, if people are going to comment on the videos, I'm happy to have discussions and talk, but I'm going to have to filter out the bots. And I think to filter out the bots, I just want you to actually answer and be relevant to the video I made. If you're not relevant to the video I make, if you're just putting out random comments like Ukraine will win or something like that, and I'm gonna have to block you straight away. That's the only thing I can do because I don't want trash. I'd rather not talk to anybody than have trash and stupid AIs and fake people coming on. But I do want to keep the conversation open. So if you're gonna make a comment, even against me, that's fine. But just make it coherent and make sense. Don't make it look like you're an AI bot, and I won't ban you. Otherwise, too bad. All right, guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll make more. I'll talk more shit in the future as well, and hopefully it'll be interesting for you guys. I do have some interesting things in this things I want to talk about, I think. Interesting for me anyway. We'll see if you guys like it. Alright, thanks and all the best.